when it comes to hauls because I can't like seem to either stay caught up with my hauls. So I think I need to film them like more frequently or something, because I buy and I don't always film the haul for it. And then I end up having like tons of polish that I need to show, and then it like gets stacked up on one another. So what I decided to do, just to kind of plow through some of this and get caught up, is I'm going to kind of do a couple of bigger hauls. So I'm going to do a part 1 and a part 2. This first part 1 is more of like the mid-grade brands, so like China Glaze, Orly, SE, that kind of stuff. And then my part 2 is going to be all my drugstore stuff that I have purchased recently. And when I say recently, some of this stuff I bought up to even like probably 6 to 8 weeks ago now. So like I said, I just kind of want to get caught up. Since I am out of town right now, some of the swatches I forgot and some of my bottles I forgot. So I either have the swatch or the bottle. For the majority, I have both, but I do have a couple of outliers where I either don't have the swatch or I don't have the bottle to show you. I'm still going to talk about them, and I will still insert my swatch pictures or my film, you know, whatever I end up doing. I'll still put that in there so you can see one or the other, but just so you know, I don't have completely everything with me, so I am sorry, but you know, it's gonna kind of happen when I'm trying to pack to do films and to do all this filming out of town. It's just gonna happen. I'm gonna forget some stuff. Enough about that and enough rambling. We are just gonna go ahead and get into the haul. Everything is organized by brand, and the majority of what I have is China Glaze, so I'm going to show you my China Glaze first. First up, we have this neon pink, and this is called Shocking Pink. And this is kind of like a bright bubblegum pink. It's kind of mid-tone. It's not like super light nor like a super dark pink. I would call this like a bubblegum neon pink. I did use 2 coats on my swatch. It is a beautiful neon color. I think I have like 4 or 5 different neon pink shades now. I really like neon pinks, and I feel like pink is one of those where you can get so many different colors and shades that it's necessary to have, you know, like a neon pink in like every shade that you can get. I know, it sounds awful. Really not true, but necessary in my eyes, but really, really pretty color. The next like 5 or 6 China Glazes I'm going to show you I actually got from TJ Maxx. I went to a TJ Maxx that was not really close to my house, and I was in the area. So it's one I don't, you know, go to normally. And they had like a ton of China Glaze from like really old collections. I'm talking probably like 3 and 4 years ago. They were like $3 a bottle, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pick some stuff up. You know, so I was able to really go through those, and even though they're older collections, I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. So they're not like really spring or summery colors. They're actually like more fall colors, but they will make use for me in the fall. This first one is actually a holographic polish. This is OMG AUFO, and this is like a sage green holo. I have looked at the swatch in the sunlight, and you know, as you all know with holographics, they look so pretty in the sun, and it's just a really nice kind of sagey olive green. It's not like ugly puke green in my opinion. I think that it's a nice wearable green. Oh, and I should mention that it's 2 coats of polish. All of these are going to be 2 coats. I'll just say they're all going to be 2 coats unless I tell you otherwise. If I don't say anything, assume it's a 2-coat polish. Next up, we have kind of a neutral nude color here. This is called Classic Camel. I have no idea what collection this is from. I'll look it up and put it on the screen. It's from a long time ago though. This is kind of like a light tan with some like golden glitter shimmer in it. It's really fine. You know, you can see it on the nail, but not quite as much as in the bottle. This isn't like a beautiful color or anything in my opinion, but it is one that I thought would be nice to have if I was looking for something a little more neutral. I do like that it has the glitter in it, so it's not quite so boring. It has a little bit of a depth to it. Next up is a yellow polish called Solar Power, and this is kind of like a sunshine yellow, but this is a little bit different because it has like a goldeny yellow shimmer running through it. Very pretty on the nail. It's a lot different than just your normal yellow cream, which I really like. You can see the shimmer fairly well on your nail, which is nice. Again, an old collection. I don't know the name of it, but just, you know, a nice, you know, like I said, neutral sunshine kind of yellow. And I really like yellows that are different than just a cream because I feel like, you know, everyone can do a yellow cream, but I feel like it's harder to find yellows that aren't just a standard cream, if that makes sense. But anyway, a nice color. Next up is a polish from the Wizard of Oz collection. This is Cowardly Lion, and this is kind of like Solar Power. It has like the gold glitter in it, but it's like a more of a neutral yellow base, so kind of more like tan instead of yellow. And I don't know if you can see in the bottle there, but this is a very, very sheer polish. You can see, there you go, you can kind of see how liquidy and sheer this is. It's very watery. It's not a very thick polish. On the swatch there is 3 coats of polish and it's still really, really sheer. You know, when I was looking at it in the store, I knew it was going to be sheer because you can kind of tell in the bottle, but it is more sheer than I thought it was going to be. Not my most favorite, especially because you'll probably have to layer this over a similar color or white or something to really get full opacity, but whatever. It was just a couple bucks and I liked the glitter that was in it, I guess. This next polish I think is going to be a stunner in the fall. Again, old collection. I don't know what the collection's called, but this is called Riveter Rogue. And this is like a cranberry red base with lots of silver glitter and shimmer in it. It's so, so pretty. And I cannot wait to wear this in the fall time. It is just such a gorgeous fall color. Like I said, it's like that cranberry reddy color. It's nice formula. I really liked how it applied, and you can really see the glitter nicely on your nails. So I think it's just going to be like one of those, that's just going to kind of pop and flash on your nails. This next one I picked up, I got because of Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished. She talks about this, I think, in like her favorite blues or something like that. And this is called Splish Splash, and I'm so glad I picked this blue up. If you like blue nail polish and you do not have this, you need to go buy it. It's amazing. Beautiful formula. Beautiful color. It is kind of like a neon, but it's like a wearable neon. It does dry matte. Oh, it's so pretty. It's not, it's like a mid-tone blue, but it's kind of like a brighter, lighter mid-tone blue. It is just so, so gorgeous. And you do have like a little bit of a shimmer going through it. It's not like a complete cream. The shimmer is very subtle though. I think it, you know, obviously would come out more once you apply a top coat, but this shade is stunning. It's so, so pretty. And honestly, I have to say, this has got to be probably one of my favorite China glazes that I own now. I love this polish that much. It's beautiful. Go look at it. If you like blues, you need to have it. I picked up 4 from the Surprise collection. That was the glitter collection, but I only have 3 of the bottles, so this is one that I did forget. This first one is my favorite of the 4 that I picked up. This is called Don't Be a Flake, and in here there is black and blue matte hexes and then like rose gold metallic hexes. I just love the color combination on this. It's so pretty, so different. I like this collection as a whole because it's a lot different than normal glitters that you see from mainstream brands. It is a little bit more indie-esque, if you will. So I really do like them. The glitters on all of these are a little sparse. I wish the glitter was a little more dense. It takes a lot more dabbing on your nail than I would like. The glitters do tend to, you know, come off with your polish unless you dab them on. So that's kind of a bummer. But overall, I really do like these polishes, and I like the glitter and color combinations that they came up with. The second one I have is called Glimmer More. And this one has yellow, white, and peach matte hexes, and then smaller metallic pink hexes. So again, just another really pretty color glitter mix on this one. The next combo, or the next polish here, is called Glitter Up. And this one has blue, pink, and peach hexes, and then smaller metallic purple hexes. So this one is much more like blue based, obviously, because it has like, or is it purple hexes? Maybe blue, purple, maybe like indigo colored. I don't know, I think they're purple, but they also kind of look blue. But either case, another really nice combo. And then the last one that I don't have a bottle for, but I have the swatch for, and I will film a swatch, but just so that you can, I can tell you now, this one has green, light green, and blue matte hexes, and then the smaller metallic pink hexes on this one. Again, lovely combo. There were two others in this collection that I didn't pick up because I didn't like as much. These were four I felt were the best in my opinion. Two more China glazes, and then we're gonna move on to some other brands. These next two, I don't know why I bought them, honestly. I really didn't need either one of them. They are both part of the core line, so you can find them at Sally's and Ulta and places like that. Or obviously you can find them online as well. They were just, I just heard people talking about them, so it just made me want to go buy them. I know, peer pressure, right? The first one is Secret Periwinkle. Just a nice cream. It is like a periwinkle bluish purpley shade. It's a lighter shade. Nice formula on this. I like the formula a lot on this one now that I think about it. This is a really nice, easy to work with formula. And then this next one is the same thing. This is 4-leaf clover, and this also has a very nice formula as well. Very easy to work with. It's a green, but it's kind of like a teal blue green, but it's definitely a green polish. It always kind of intrigued me though, because it's not like your standard grassy green. It is a little bit of a different type of green. So I do like this shade, and like I said, I just heard like a whole bunch of people talking about it. For some reason, all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, this is a pretty nice one, and it is a pretty nice one, so I'm glad I picked it up. I have two OPIs to share with you, and both of them I forgot the bottles. They were like, I remember they were sitting on my bookshelf. I pulled them inside to grab them, and then I forgot to grab them. But both of these you have seen tons and tons, so you'll know what these look like. I got in true Stefani fashion because it was on clearance at Sally's, so I decided it would be okay to pick it up. And this has square hollow glitters and then lots of silver micro glitters. So not the most unique glitter, which is why I didn't want to get it to begin with, but I do like the squares in it, and it was pretty. And then the other OPI I got is Muppets World Tour, and this is one that, you know, is pretty recent from whatever that Muppets collection was called. And this one has blue and pink hexes, silver hexes, and then smaller white micro glitters, and I see like smaller silver micro glitters too, I think. It's just like this big, huge mess of glitterness. It's really cool and pretty, and I feel like it's really unique. I have two Orlys to share with you. Both I got like half off. One I found at TJ Maxx, I think, and then the other one was like on clearance at Ulta. So I was excited about that. The first one is a neon orange. This is called Mayhem Mentality, and this is beautiful. I love neons anyway, but I do have neons I love more than others. This is like a light orange, almost kind of peachy orange, but it's still definitely orange. I would not call it peach. So, but it's just like a lighter shade, and it's so bright and so in your face, and it's just gorgeous. Two coats for this to be opaque. I haven't tried using a white base underneath this, so I don't know if that would really matter or not for this one. But even just on the swatch on its own, it's so opaque and so bright that I don't even know if I would need to use a white base. It's very, very pretty. And then the other one that I got for $4 at Ulta is Mermaid Tail. This is like one of those cult favorites from Orly that I had never picked up. And I had been wanting to get it, but I was waiting because I didn't want to pay full price, and I was trying to find it online. And then I found one at Ulta just like a couple weeks ago, just sitting there. So I don't know if they're not going to carry this shade anymore or what, but this is just, it's really even not like that amazing. I mean, it is pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's just larger and smaller hollow green glitters. It is very pretty, but it's just kind of funny to me that this is a cult favorite because it's not like the most unique or the most amazing thing ever. And as everyone knows, Orly is like infamous for their glitters settling. I had to shake this up really, really good when I got it. It was like sunk down to like there. And even now it's starting to settle again. But I mean, that doesn't like, it's not a deal breaker for me. I can handle it. But just so you know, they really do sink a lot, but very pretty. And the other one that I didn't get that I really want to get is Sparkling Garbage. That is totally on my wish list and I really want to get it. I have a few Zoyas also. This first one is called Coal. This is from their spring collection this year. It's just a nice light orangey, peachy cream. Nice formula, pretty color. I think this is a perfect spring and like Eastery kind of color. And you know, Zoya just has good formulas kind of all around, and this is no exception for that. Another Zoya I picked up with this is, I heard a couple people talking about this. Kathleen from Pretty Daisies, I heard talk about it, and Hannah from Eve Believe Beauty talked about it. This is Josie, and this is just like your standard kind of grass green cream. Again, nice formula, really opaque, not streaky or anything, a gorgeous cream. I do think this is like one of those like staple colors that everyone should have in their collection. It's just a nice mid-toned grass green that is good for nail art, or really, I mean, you could obviously do this on its own, but I really feel it's just like one of those staple colors. And then the last Zoya I have is blue, and this is a very light, pale, baby blue color. I do have Essie borrowed in blue, but the formula on that one is streaky and I don't like it, and it just irks me. And so, I mean, these are very similar in shade. I can't talk today. But I feel like Essie's borrowed in blue is even a little bit closer to white, as opposed to this one. I feel like this one has a little bit more blue in it, and I actually like this shade more anyway. I have a Butter London that I found at TJ Maxx for half off, so I felt like it was justifiable to buy. And I bought this one strictly for the name. The color is pretty, but I wanted it for the name because this is No More Waity Katie. And Katie is spelled the way that I spell Katie in my name, so I had to get it. It's a very nice fall polish though. It's a light, dusty purple base with purple glitter in it, and the glitter is very dense, and you can see it on your nail very, very easily. It is a little bit on the sheer side. The base is kind of sheer, but I do think on my swatch is 2 coats of polish. You might need 3 depending on, you know, how thick your coats are, but I do think you could get it opaque on its own. Because of the glitter, I feel like it's like one of those glamorous, understated polishes, if that makes any sense. I have a Setch polish, and this I also found at TJ Maxx, and this is my first Setch I've ever purchased. I mean, I know everyone loves their top coat, but I've never really ventured into their nail polish. This is called Indulgent. And this is just a really pretty shimmery red. The shimmer does come through nicely on the nail. Very, very nice formula. Very pleased with the formula. I don't know if I'll buy more Setch or not. I mean, it's not a brand that I feel like I have to go buy from. But for the price, I thought it would be okay to try, and I like the shimmer in it, and I like that it's not just a standard like red cream. It does have a little bit of pink in it also. It's not like classic traditional red, but it is kind of in the red spectrum. I have one Essie, and this is called Sugar Daddy, and this was on clearance also. I buy a lot of nail polish on clearance, if you haven't noticed, because it's cheaper that way, and I like to buy cheap nail polish. But this is on clearance at Kmart, and this is a very light pale pink jelly polish. It is very sheer. On the swatch, you'll see is 3 coats of polish. But I didn't buy this to use as an opaque polish. I bought this to use for jelly sandwiches because it is so sheer and because it's such a neutral color.
Brendan! So you're going to put it in the microwave just like this. Don't take it out of the box. Just put it in like this, and you're going to punch 600. And 600. Yep, 600. Pot pie. That's what he's eating. He had to interrupt me because he wanted to know how to make a pot pie.
Brandon wants to come say hi. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Tell him your name and how old you are.
My name's Hiking Jaguar, and I'm 4.
Well, I can't see. He's 4. His name's Brendan, but he likes to call himself Hiking Jaguar because of all the hiking we did in Arizona. So that's like his new thing, huh?
My name is not Brendan.
All right. Okay, go eat your pot pie.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I lost my train of thought.
Anyway, I got this because I wanted to make jelly sandwiches with it. I feel like this is a very nice polish for jelly sandwiches because since it is a light pink, it's very classic and it will go with a lot of different colors and a lot of different glitters. So I feel like I can incorporate this with a lot of different manicures. I've got another cult favorite here, and again, this was on clearance at Ulta because they are getting rid of Pop Beauty, and this is Mint Magic. Gorgeous color, beautiful formula. It's just pretty. Everyone knows about this polish. It's like a mint blue-green color. It's beautiful, and if you can still find, I only got mine a couple weeks ago, so if you can, they're only $5 at Ulta right now, so hopefully you can find one. And lastly, here I have to share with you are a couple of finger paints. The first one though was on clearance at Ulta, and I wasn't really sure, and honestly, this is kind of a meh one for me. I don't really like it. It's called Rockin' Gunmetal. And as usual, as I've discovered, they do not label their textured polishes. And I was thinking this might be textured polish, and it is. It's just like a metallic steel gray gunmetal shade. But what's weird about this one is the texture is very, very fine, and it almost doesn't even look like a texture. And I have a feeling that even like just one coat of top coat, it would kind of cover it up. Like I said, I mean, the formula was okay, but I don't really like the finish on it. The color isn't anything awesome, and I'm only glad I paid like $1.80 or whatever for this because it's not anything you need to go pick up, that's for sure. And then the last two I have were both from the spring collection. I forget what it was called. This first one though is called a Pink of Pixie, right? Yes, a Pink of Pixie. And this one is just, as you can see, lots and lots of pink glitters. There's pink bar glitters. There's different size pink hexes in it. And then there's also tiny micro shimmers that are hollows. And those actually are pretty dense, and you can see them rather well on your nail. So I like that because I was kind of nervous when I looked at it because I was like, oh, I see the hollow, but I don't know how dense it's going to be when I swatch it, but it is really dense and you can see it. So that makes this one different for me, and I really do like it. And then this other one I love. This is called Crystal Springs, and this one has like micro glitters of blue and green, and then holographic shards. It's so cool and different. Again, I feel it's a little indie-esque, but it is obviously a mainstream brand. Very, very pretty. But you can see, like in the bottle, I think it looks predominantly blue. Like when I hold it up, it's like, that looks like a blue polish. But when you swatch it, and you'll see in the swatch, it's so dense and so opaque, and it really looks blue and green on your nail, which is very nice. You definitely see both colors. So that was the first part of my haul. I know it was kind of long. I'm hoping I could get it trimmed down a little bit, but thank you so much if you watched the whole thing, because I know this is probably going to be a longer video. Thumbs up if you love hauls. As always, my blog and Instagram and everything is listed down below, so you guys can go check that out if you want to. And Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram, by the way, because I do post a lot of other pictures on there that you don't always see on here, as well as like I always post my manicures. So if you don't want to wait to see my monthly manis, you can see them on Instagram as well. But yeah, I am getting more active on Instagram, which is good because that was kind of one of my goals for this year, was to be more active on Instagram. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and until next time, peace, love, and polish. Bye guys!